One. Hello, and welcome back to Severed Studios Presents Rolling in the Netherdeep. We're excited to bring you a brand new tale and adventure in the lands of Wildmount and Marquette, and underneath on Corel. My name is Ron Murphy, Dungeon Master, and around the virtual table we have...
Hey everybody, this is Bill, and I play Orgoth Skullcrusher.
It is Jaiden. I'm eating a Snickers bar, sorry. I'm playing Laphus.
Hey everyone, this is Jaime. I'm not eating a Snickers bar, I'm playing North.
Oh, hi. I'm playing Voka. I got a little distracted.
What's your name?
I'm Miranda. Hi.
And I want a Snickers.
Wow. Almost 2 years on Let's Go. We're great people.
Like a well-oiled machine. Let's go.
I don't know if you all noticed, we just talked about it in the chat a little bit in Twitch, that we have a new intro. Thank you, Bill, for putting that all together. But we also have new artwork for Voka from Noelia. Her Twitter account is at @in_rhyme REYM. So
And she does such a good job.
and
He's
we
amazing.
tagged her in an earlier tweet today, and we'll retweet that tonight. So please check her out and give her lots of love and lots of commissions and all of the.
Absolutely.
Also,
check out the new intro because it's got new Noelia artwork for. It's got Voka, and there's a new Orgoth artwork, which kind of shows where he's at. And I believe that Lapus is also Noelia's.
Yeah.
So you could see Lapus's new fit, which is like, what was hiding under that robe all that time? Well, it was other weird stuff before, but yeah, it's amazing. It's super good. And North's artwork is like freaking timeless. Like that is such a sassy piece.
It's just me being cheap.
I just am gonna throw out before we get rolling that just like Noelli's stuff is so good, and she's amazing to work with. If you're looking for an artist to collaborate with, especially on bringing your character, the vision you have for your character to life, she's amazing. Just
She's
like
great.
the amount of time
Really.
she'll work with you back and forth to get you exactly what you want is incredible, and her work is top notch.
I had a hard time designing a new outfit for one of my characters, and I just went like, "Hey, would you like to help me with that?" And the amount of stuff she sent me to go okay, would you like this, that? It was just mind blowing.
the details are just
She's
amazing. Yes.
amazing.
Yep. And we have some amazing artists in our cast too, just to let you all know. So
Yeah.
thank you all. Amazing. Well, is there anything else that we need to talk about before we dive in? Well, let's go. Everyone is ready. Let's begin today's episode of Rolling in the Netherdeep, episode 85, Netherdeep Nights. So last time, you were drawn into one of Alyxian's ancient memories, defending the city of Baxxozan from the abyssal terrors that were pouring out of Betrayer's Rise. You defeated wave after wave, finally besting the demonic leader and his troop who had been riding into battle on a horizon-back tortoise that fell on top of Orgoth. You were returned to the watery red depths of the Netherdeep. A northern wall collapsed, revealing a dark chamber beyond, and you could hear the sound of stone scraping on stone as a secret door opened in the chamber to the east. You decided to return to the chamber to the south and find a safe place to rest, recover, away from the newly revealed areas in front of you. So, what would you like to do? Where would you like to go?
This is where we're resting, right? Or are we going a little bit further
I
away?
wanna rest so bad.
There are 2 exits from this current area, one to the west, one to the south, leading to the room that has used to have the pillar where the Beanie Baby and the mote of light, the fragment, was floating above it.
Should we go there? I feel like that Moda Light Beanie Baby area felt a little bit safer than this very open area.
Mm-hmm. Good pick. Yes, absolutely. 100%. I'm down for that.
We're going to the Beanie Baby room.
Okay. Everybody's covering tokens up.
Baby.
Yay. You notice that the door there to either side, these are secret doors. So north, as you walk past, you're the last one through. Actually, Voka was. You kind of see where, like the stone can be kind of pressed and pushed back into place, and then released and opened back up. So you might be able to block the entrances on either side.
I think that'd be best.
Yep. Because I don't know for you guys, but the mood is rancid. Absolutely disgusting.
I think we're gonna rest here. So
Okay.
And
Yeah,
doing
okay.
the Voka just-
Orgoth will go push things to close the doors.
Make an
So
investigation
we're
check,
sealed in.
Orgoth.
uh-oh.
Oh shoot.
Which door are you doing?
Investigation.
Yeah, which door are you doing?
I'll
North or
start
south?
with the southern door.
Okay.
That one. Click, 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 click,
Okay.
click, click. All right. Investigation.
Yes.
9.
You get it kind of in place, but it's not quite sealed completely. Like you figure out exactly kind of how to push it and how to
Oh.
roll it, but
Oh, God.
there's still kind of a small kind of like space where it didn't quite seal perfectly into place.
But like nothing we've encountered down could anything we've encountered down here get through that gap?
No,
Okay.
unless
that's
they can
fine.
unless they can shrink down on their own.
Okay. Well, that's good
Or
enough.
they
I
can
can't
just
account
put
for
a
that.
hand in there and push it open.
That's okay. We can keep an eye out for a hand. Better than just an open doorway. I don't know. It's as close as I can get it to closed. It's mostly closed.
Hold on.
And I'll rest next to it.
Hold on, I got this. Lapis is going to do something she hasn't done in a while, and she's going to call out for Sika.
Sika pops out.
So Voka, since you've never seen this before, coming out of specifically Lapis's body is like it gets a little bit bigger because it's taller than her, but the figure of like a man, a transparent looking man, like semi-transparent, shaggy brown hair, blue eyes, a little bit stubble in his chin. He's wearing like furs, leather, and like bits of metal for his armor. And as he turns to look over at he like steps out of her and turns to look over at Lapis, and then it turns into a little boo ghost. There's a little sheet ghost.
Ghost.
Little like
In fact,
cut out
like this.
blackened eyes. Yeah. Tiny,
Aw.
tiny little ghost. Hey Sika, do you mind just going off to the other side of this crevice looking area next to Orgoth, and if anything tries to come in, just let signal us. We're gonna be resting here.
And Sika kind of floats over, touches you on the hand, kind of like does a little spin, almost like he's checking you out a little bit, and then flows over to where you told him to go.
Sweet.
And
Alright.
Voka's just nodding his head, and he's like, well, and he like reaches into his cloak, into his like, that's where his bag of holding is, by the way. Is inside his cloak, and he pulls out the little handkerchiefs. Like, I don't know about you all, but I'm going inside. And he places it where he is, and I'm gonna note that he places the door more towards like the wall.
Okay. So there's a little bit of a
Strategically
space.
There's a little bit of a space, but it's like you had to like go around and then in.
Got it. Okay.
Have we blocked all the doors? I could
Not
check
yet,
out the
not to the
other
north.
one. I
Not to
could
the
check out the other one.
Yeah, North, make an investigation check.
Which die do I pick? You. You can. That's hold. 14. Okay, not too bad.
Yeah, as long as it's not a natural one.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Hey, let's not put this out into the world today. 14.
14.
Yes.
Okay. You basically like you able to like you don't even really have to like put any like strength behind it. Just sort of like you figure out how it moves and like and it closes neatly and securely into. In fact, you even know like okay, like a little push in this little area will open back up easily, so you don't think anybody can actually get in from the other side.
Amazing. Excellent.
So you all, the tent is open. How are you?
Like in that tent, a hammock.
You dress very nicely. Has the tent very nicely for a hammock.
You walk in, North. Are you gonna go in?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. You see a hammock hanging between two of the poles, because the poles, there's kind of like
It technically is seating.
yeah.
Mine.
What do the rest of you do to rest for the evening?
Laphus is probably just gonna not go in the tent, but just rest outside of it. Otherwise, just to make sure that if something happens, he can immediately come to her.
Okay. Orgoth?
Orgoth's gonna stay outside the tent too,
Okay.
as well. Also,
Who's going to sleep first then? What's our resting order? Like, what's our watch order? Let's go with that. What's our watch order?
I mean, I can take first watch. It's fine.
so hey, wake me or get me up, or if there's anything that happens before.
Oh yeah.
Resting.
I mean,
Well,
if
that's all we
anything
got.
happens, I'm waking everybody up. So go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. And he's gonna go tuck himself into a corner, kind of like hooking a leg under. Is there like guy wires that come out from the tent when it unfolds?
I don't know.
Yes.
It's like a
Yes.
So it's kind of like a thing where, like, you know, like the little like wires that you pull down, like stake out, like when you like put up
Yeah.
like a tent. Yeah, it's like one of those.
Yeah.
Has like
Okay.
the little like not like they wouldn't be like the little yellow plastic stakes. Obviously, they'd be like metal spikes, but like it's
Right.
like that.
All right. So Orgoth will go over and like kind of hook a leg underneath the guy wire so he doesn't float off.
Okay.
But he can get
Yeah.
rest. If he dozes off, he can doze off.
Who's
But he's
got
got to get a long rest in.
Who's got second watch?
Voka actually pokes his head out of the tent and says, "I am willing to take a watch if anyone needs me to."
Maybe for 4 hours, and I can take care of the rest. I don't need that much rest.
Well, contact me when you do. And he slips his
Radio?
head back in.
And Lapis is just going to, instead of like reading anything, she's just gonna sit down and just like stare at the water
Okay.
for a while.
Okay. North.
And if there are any like wisps or anything like that, she's going to like just mess around with them.
Okay. Yeah, there are. I mean, this is like, because there's like seagrass and things. And there's like things in the water.
It's seagrass.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
seagrass.
it's
It
seagrass.
kills.
But you see like little kind of like little dots of plant life and maybe like a little tiny tiny fish swimming by.
Okay.
The fish doesn't seem to have any rudium infection, so you're good with that. But North, when are you going to watch?
When I'm needed.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I literally said, like, I just need 4 hours, and once that's done, I could take care of the rest.
Okay. So Lapis, you and Orgoth are outside the tent. Voka and North are inside. Voka, do you go to sleep immediately, or?
Yeah.
Okay. And North, are you trancing right now?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let me know if I lag or need to repeat anything. So, the Lapis.
Yeah.
You're in the room, and you hear kind of this soft chuckle just seeming to come from the walls. And suddenly, the walls around you begin to kind of shimmer and change. And then suddenly you're in a ramshackle hut. There's a kitchen table. There's clothing just hanging on the walls. And you see you're sitting on this chair with like kind of like you're very small almost. You're much smaller, like the chair is much bigger and the table's much bigger than it normally would be. And you look up and you see this orcish woman bending down over you. And you kind of hear these, like, you can't really see much detail. It's very blurry, but it's like reaching and like touching your arm and seemingly trying to like put a bandage on a wound. And you hear this kind of muffled voice. You can't really understand what they're saying, but they look very doting, almost a little upset. You hear something like, "You shouldn't have gotten to a fight. Those boys are much bigger than you."
Get the slight inclination that I'm somewhere in Orgoth's memory mind palace. Do I
You-
look if I look around,
yeah.
do I see Orgoth or anything like that? Like they get sucked in with me, or am I
No,
just
no,
like
you do not see Orgoth.
ugh. I like try to I'm not used to this. I'm not used to somebody like doing like babying me, so I'm just like
This,
trying to like swat the
yeah,
hand away,
they're
like get away.
they're being very kind of rough with you. It's like you shouldn't have gotten in trouble, and like just like really bandaging and putting like this uncture, like she's taking this bowl and like putting herbs and stuff and like really like taking a mortar and pestle and just like making and is slapping it on you, and you can feel kind of a sting, like weirdly enough a sting from the cut. And she kind of goes to the kitchen, comes back with a bowl of soup and puts it down, hands you the spoon. It makes you like holds the spoon up and starts just feeding straight. And
I know this is like a fake memory
mhm,
for her, but she doesn't at all. As like a normal response for her, she does not at all swallow anything.
yeah. It's in fact the stuff, the soup that's in the spoon just kind of disappears as it like you never even
Yeah.
never even happens. Um, and after
The
a few
whole time she's
moments,
just like the whole time she's just like has this like grimace on her face, like, oh, this is fucking gross.
outside a window, you see Horizon back turtle kind of walking by slowly, and she goes and yells at the people. She holds up a fist and like yells at the people who are on the horizon back tortoise, because you can see the whole hut shaking, and suddenly everything gets fuzzy, and then fades in, fades out, and then completely fades away, and you're back floating in the water.
Har har. I have learned so much. What a riveting experience. She's not gonna do anything.
Okay.
She figures this is the dragon in quotations
Mm-hmm.
whole deal.
Yeah. Um, 4 hours of trance time go by. North.
Ah, good morning.
Voka's asleep.
I'm gonna put my head out. Hi.
Hey.
Out of the tent. I'm gonna let the baby sleep. I'm gonna take second watch. Okay.
Sure. Just letting you know, dragon fake Wilvin has been putting some stuff in my mind. I think I was Orgoth for a while, and that was really
Ooh.
fucking weird.
Yeah, that had to be strange. What was it about? Did you get any spiders? Did you get any
No,
rage inside of you? Did your eyes start bleeding?
no, I was with his. I'm guessing I was like baby Orgoth, which is even grosser. I don't like being.
I was gonna say cute, but okay.
Oh no, no child is cute.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, just look out for that.
I'll keep an eye out.
And she's gonna actually lay herself down on like the seagrass and just kind of wait there in like a trance.
Okay.
Yeah, North is just gonna sit nearby and
wait. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. Lapus, Voka, and Lapus and Voka. Could you roll a 20-sided for me? Just tell me what the roll is.
Shake, 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 shake.
You can't get a roll lower than mine. I got a 1.
I got a 6.
Okay.
Let's go.
North.
Yeah.
You're outside.
Yeah.
And suddenly the walls begin shifting again. And you're in a bedroom.
Okay.
And you can see the palace, the Cerulean palace off in the distance. You're in Ank'Harel. And you see everything's like really, really faded. Like looking through like a oil painting that everything's gotten like drippy and strange, and it's just blurry. And
I don't remember smoking anything before taking my watch.
And you're actually on the ground looking up at this boy. And it's really hard to get details on you can't really see. It's so fuzzy and indistinct. And the boy is leaning down looking at you. Like you're really low to the ground. Like you're like it's almost like your eye level is like maybe like 5 or 6 inches above the ground. So you're looking. The boy is looking down at you. It's definitely a boy, and he holds this apple and points it at you and says, "A, A is for apple." And he looks around and he finds.
I know that, you dumb motherfucker.
And he just kind of looks at you weird. And B is for bear.
Bitch.
That try again. Just like bear. Bear.
Oh my god, this is so painful.
And they go through the entire alphabet.
I will give every letter a profanity.
And you... give me a second. And at the end, the boy is like, "That's good. That's good. I'm going to get you. I'm going to hear what you have to say. I know you're trying to talk to me."
I got nothing to tell you, small man.
And then suddenly everything kind of fades. And you're back into the area where you are. Floating in the water again.
She's right, kids are kind of...
Told you so.
Go back to sleep. Go back to trance. Go back to trance.
What did you see?
Some kid trying to teach me the alphabet. That was like,
Oh, so that one was helpful for you.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Maybe I'm gonna learn how to read next time.
It's getting toward the end of the watch. You're completely safe in here. Nothing has like crawled out. Orgoth, you're getting towards the end. You probably wake up like you normally do. You're like an hour stretch before the end of your rest time. Voka, same thing. You wake up.
Like water resistance training in this morning.
Yay, click the long rest button.
Voka spends a little bit longer in the tent than he did the night before, but I'd say like 10. It's like only 10 minutes and he comes out.
Okay. And you see Voka North come out, and Orgoth is awake And you have completed a long rest. There are no other visions. You have.
So I've had my second like dreamless, visionless night down here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
All right.
Well, good morning, everyone.
I'm gonna call Sika back to us.
Sika swims up, floats up.
Yeah, I was gonna say floats up, and I'm just gonna have them just, instead of dismissing them, they're just gonna go even more transparent, and they're just gonna be like following near me.
Got it. Okay.
Are we ready to seize the day by the testes?
And Voka just calls out, yes, I mean, I'm quite ready. And he like folds it up and just and slips it back in. He's gotten quite fasted under the water.
Pew.
So, what direction do we want to go? We're gonna go back up the way we just were, or the way we came last time?
Well, we could go north back up to where we were, go to the north room where the ominous feeling was coming from, or we could take that side.
I'm sure there's something interesting in the side rooms usually.
But do you think the ominous room is like the final, whatever it is that's controlling Alyxian, or like demon dragon guy?
There's only one way to know.
It did look quite grand.
I mean, we're at peak readiness right now. So
Peak performance, let's go.
So which way are you heading out of the chamber?
North.
Okay.
Gonna take the north door that I closed and
Just easily pops open. If you look at you're leaving the southern door closed.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna close that door just as a reminder. If you come back this direction and close. Okay. You head to the north room. This room is still in the same shape. It has the altar in the middle of the room with the beanie baby of the Moorbounder. And it
there's a baby of the beanie kind in here.
You head into the next chamber, and there's at the end of the vision, the northern area had like collapsed, like the wall had like come down, revealing the next area. And you had heard a door open to the east. As you enter this room, let me find it. You hear a soft voice, Alyxian's voice, kind of whisper into your minds. A teenager sleeps fitfully, like a vision appearing. A teenager sleeps fitfully underneath a vermilion moon, its glow washing him in faint red tones. He doesn't rest easily until a cloud drifts in front of the moon, masking its sight from his slumber. And then the vision clears in your back.
Alyxian, my love, all of this could have been avoided with a good therapist, I feel.
I mean, I kind of get it. I think I have issues of my own, though.
I mean, it feels like it's, bigger than maybe something a therapist could help him with.
Seek help and things are gonna usually get better, no?
I think that's what he's doing now. So I guess we're his therapists, maybe?
Better late than never, but geez, I didn't sign up for that. Cheer up, emo kid.
And Orgoth looks at North's arm and says, like, oh, yeah, I think we all got something we didn't maybe sign up for. So let's figure out how to not, be signed up anymore.
Mm-hmm. So if I look around in this room towards the east,
Yes.
what do I see?
This room has even more seagrass and like strands of kelp reaching up, but there's also more of the forest kind of like built into the walls, almost like there's like multiple, like 6 and 7, 8 trunks of trees, and it goes up into the ceiling, kind of reaches into the darkness above, and you see branches reaching out, but the rudium has started to try and entangle into the branches, almost forming these like red leaves hanging down from the trees.
Hey, look, it's fall down here. And
There
there's
is an entrance, an exit from the
Yeah.
room to the northeast. And it seems to go and kind of bend to the left. As
So
you,
if it bends to the left, it should probably rejoin this.
what do the rest of you do?
Laphus is probably just gonna wait and see what everybody else decides. Because odds are heading north is definitely gonna take them possibly even closer to their destination, while any other place can lead to more visions,
Mm-hmm.
like an extra amount of visions. And she kind of just wanted to get this over with. But if they want to go explore, she's not gonna stop them.
So I don't know if anybody noticed when we were in Baxxozan, but again, but I tried to not use uh any of the gifts, I guess, the powers from Grumpsh and Lolth, and I think it went pretty good, so I'm gonna keep trying that.
That's good. That's
Yeah, it seems
I don't-
good, actually.
it
I don't know
didn't
how-
stop you from beating the shit out of that one guy. So
Yeah, so I'm hoping it keeps working, but I think we should just like get through this as fast as possible in case it doesn't.
Yeah, and so we just can focus on the next pressing matter after that, yeah.
Get this over with as fast as possible is what I'd like to do.
so north, or shall we?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, north is right here.
I meant, shall we go north, or should we take that
Yes,
one?
I allow you to go.
Well, thank you.
Voka
You're
erupts
welcome.
in like a fit of laughter.
And she's just gonna head up north.
Okay.
She's not gonna.
Orgoth's going through.
Okay. Okay.
Oh shoot, I closed the door, I'm sorry.
And the
I'm not
rocks
coming,
follow
Voka.
Voka doesn't go in.
Not allowed.
Okay. When you peer into this, as you're like starting to, who was the first one in? I didn't see.
Me.
Me. Okay, Lapis. When you first go in, you see it's completely a large circular room, sandy floor, completely devoid of inhabitants or noteworthy features. No trees, no kelp, no water life. And you go in, and suddenly a shadow rises from the sandy floor, assuming a giant form. Its single glowing red eye remains fixed on you as it rises to its full height of 100 feet. An enormous spectral spear is gripped in its hands. The rest of you enter the room, and you kind of just feel this, like, the weight of the water on you, pushing down on you. Orgoth, you know exactly who this is. This is Grumpsh, the Ruiner. Suddenly, the water swirls around the spear as it slowly descends upon you, Suddenly, the four of you are forced to the ground, the spear coming down right towards your heads. You're forced prone onto the ground, trying to force the creatures. Like, how do you react to this? Let me go around. North, how do you react to this?
I have a mix of, well, the normal reaction of someone being faced with a creature that's 100 feet tall and being speared to the ground. But there's also a mix of, I told you that was bad. Like, like the scared, but I told you so.
Voka, how do you react to this creature?
His mouth is kind of like agape the entire time because he has in his life has never seen something so large compared to his size. And he just he's mouth agape, and by the time he really even has time to react, he just like flops, like she obviously gets pushed like to the ground, just boosh.
Lapis, how do you react?
Seeing like a large spear coming out, and like obviously we feel it because odds are we're feeling exactly what Alyxian felt during that time. She doesn't feel fear. She can't. So she just puts her hand on the jewel and just like kind of closes her eyes, and she begins to think, what the hell were they thinking bringing this tiny little child along, not Voka, but wondering why the gods would send a child Alyxian alone for this sort of deal. And just kind of like puts her hand out to see like if it actually will touch her hand, like the spear.
I'll get back
So
to
she's
that
just like
for that.
waiting for that.
Orgoth, how do you react?
Orgoth is struggling against the weight against him, looks up into the glowing single eye of Grumpsh, and yells out loud at him. Now is when we find out whether I'm your chosen or your enemy. And he's gonna try to fight back against it and get on his feet.
Everybody roll initiative.
Cool.
North, what'd you get?
I'm trying to pick a die.
Oh,
Come back to me later.
Okay, okay.
I'm terrified.
This large shadowy figure, it doesn't seem substantial. It's like you're not seeing skin, or it's just like this shadowy figure with like a glowing single eye, like red eye, almost like bleeding down its face. What'd you get, North?
That would be a 25.
Nice, okay. Voka?
I got 10.
Lapis.
13.
Okay. Orgoth.
An 8.
Okay. North.
Do we have a token on the
Nope,
on the battle map?
You do not.
No.
Okay. You are pinned to the ground, the spear aiming towards you. I'd like you to make a saving throw, but I need you to choose the saving throw that you would like to make and explain to me how you use that ability to resist the Betrayer God's strike.
Well, if there is a strike coming towards me, my first instinct is I'm not someone who takes hits. I'm someone who avoids them.
Okay.
So my instinct would be to do a dexterity saving throw to try and roll out of the way.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck. It's gonna be you. Okay, that's a shitty 14.
Okay. The spear, the tip of it is like it's right, just the tip was right above your eye. You take 12 points of psychic damage.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is that a melee attack?
It is a psychic attack.
Okay, so it's not melee at all.
It's not melee at all.
Cool. So you said 12?
12 psychic damage, yes.
Cool.
Anything else, North? You could
Okay,
you
so
could
that's
all
just
you could all speak to one another too.
That's
you could all
just the
hear what's
beginning of
happening.
my turn?
Yes.
Okay, so can I use half of my movement to get up?
You may not move. Your speed is 0 currently.
Okay.
Lapis.
What
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I will do then is I'm gonna attempt to use a minor illusion
Okay.
to create another like someone who looks like us, like a bit somewhere else.
Okay.
To see if like maybe it could take it as a target instead of someone of us.
Okay. You do that.
That's gonna be my action.
Okay. Lapis. I would like for you to make a saving throw of your choice and to tell me which saving throw and why you're using the saving throw that you choose. It's going to be any of the 6 saving throws.
All right. I'm probably gonna choose intelligence. That was cocked. I need to move all of my dice out of here. Hold on. Because they're all on my little dice tray, like
Mhm.
all of them. I'm choosing a specific dice.
Okay.
Okay. That is 26.
26.
And I'm using intelligence because I'm using the knowledge that I know about what happened with Alyxian, the visions that we saw of him blocking the spear. And so she's going to, with holding onto the jewel, is going to attempt to recreate that whole thing in her that she's seen, that whole image that she's seen,
Mm-hmm.
the vision that they've all seen, like trying to recreate it beat for beat how it's happening.
And in front of you, a light kind of pours out, and you see Alyxian standing in front of you, raising his spear, ready to block the incoming blow from Grumsh. He turns to you and says, and you feel the pressure lifted off of you. And he says, "Perhaps you will be remembered. Now, what of your companions?"
And as she hears that, she goes, "You guys want to play pretend and recreate Alyxian with me?" As she's like,
The fuck you mean?
And she's like in a stance that you've never seen her before, as though she is holding a spear.
Mhm.
She even has like, she's not
Yeah.
like gripping. She's literally has like her hands
Mhm.
out as if she's holding onto like a spear or something.
You still feel the pressure, like the pressure's lessened, but Alyxian's kind of like
Blocking
some of it. You take 7 points of psychic damage. And you can move somewhat, but it's like kind of like
it's still difficult.
It's still difficult, yes. Voka. Which of the saving throws would you like to use to resist this?
I'm trying wisdom, and my justification for that is that he's like holding something beneath his like shirt, or like an amulet or something like that, and he's like praying to God. Like he's like really trying to invoke the will of the Wild Mother, and like if anyone were near him or to listen to him, he's just like saying, "It's like, Mother, please help me, please. Like this is, I need you now more than ever." Like he just refers to her as Mother.
Okay.
and that's how he's trying to resist this. Is like he's pleading to God.
Make your save.
Shake, 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 shake. Plus 18.
18. Okay, that is a success. You kind of see Alyxian, the form of Alyxian, kind of forming in front of you as if he's trying to take the blow for you. He looks back to you and says, "You can join your companions, help them, aid them, when you are able." But you still see the ruiner's spear just driving down, the water swirling all around it, like the immense pressure. If he strikes true, there will be a giant explosion that destroys everything for hundreds of miles around you.
It's gonna destroy something, y'all.
Orgoth.
Orgoth sees what Laphus is doing, and has heard what Laphus has said,
Mm-hmm.
and he reaches back and pulls the spear out from the sheath in the back, and holds it up and says, "If you're really one that's choosing me, you'll get through this, and if not, maybe you're a false god after all." And he's just
Orgoth,
gonna,
it's a shadow. Orgoth, it's not real.
it's like this, in his strength, he's gonna like try to push the spear up against the tip of the ruiner's spear.
Make a strength saving throw. Voka, sorry, you took half damage for making that
Thank
save.
you.
You take 5 points of psychic.
Thank you.
That is a 19.
That is a save. Okay. You take half of 9, 4 points of psychic damage. Orgoth. Alyxian appears in front of you, looking back at you, and says, "This is what I saw. This is what I had to fight against." And he just kind of strikes the spear, like pushes it and tries to block the incoming spear, trying to block you, trying to save you. Top of the round. Back to north. You can't use dexterity saving throw this round.
Okay,
You
I'm
can't
gonna
use the saving throw.
attempt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attempt intelligence.
Okay.
I've seen them doing their thing, and I'm trying to rationalize that this is an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
This is a shadows. Shadows can't hurt you like the real deal can hurt you.
Okay.
Okay, let's
The
go.
DC has gone up to 17.
I'm gonna make a charisma saving throw.
Oh no.
My charisma saving throw is an 18, so I take a point of exhaustion.
Yep.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, can I give North my inspiration?
You can. How would you like to inspire her?
I'm going to. Lapis is going to look back over at North and just goes, "It's a shadow, and it's a shadow of false fucking god. You got this, bitch."
Okay, I'm gonna try another die. Let's
Okay.
go. That's a 21.
That is a success. Okay.
Bitch.
You
Thank
still
you.
take 11
God.
points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And you're at 0 saves. Okay. Lapis. Second save. You can't use
Intelligence.
intelligence, yes.
All right. Definitely gonna go with my second highest, which is wisdom.
Okay.
And she is, even though he is known to not be, so he hasn't really been like very smart about a lot of his actions, but Alyxian has had a lot of wisdom and knowledge specifically
Mhm.
to have made it this far.
Got it.
And she figures a lot of it is thanks to the jewel, thanks to all three of the gods kind of helping him out.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to attempt to tap into the wisdom of whatever gods are laying within the jewel itself.
Okay.
And like my intelligence was +10 and my wisdom's +9, so hopefully that is +9, it's only 1. That is 21.
21, that's a success. You take half of 11, so 5 points of psychic damage. And that's 2 saves. Around you, you see these 3 glimmering like forms. 1 silver, 1 bronze, 1 gold. And they kind of lift, like reaching down to lift you up. Almost like they're reaching to empower the jewel. Trying to get you to your feet. And you kind of feel yourself resisting even more.
Okay. All right.
Voka, second save.
So this is like a really bad time to have a +7 to charisma because I don't know how I would use that. So we're going dexterity.
Okay.
And his whole thing is that he's going to try and shrink and dodge it. As you see him take the form of the mouse.
Okay. And
it shrivels down.
Yeah,
and he's gonna like dodge to the
coming
side.
down.
That's what he's gonna do.
Yeah, the spear kind of coming as it dodges. The mouse dodges to the side. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Natural 20, baby.
Okay, that's a success. You take half of 16. That's 8 psychic damage. The spear kind of like comes back ready for a final blow. It's like getting so close. Orgoth,
I wanted to note that as soon as like he takes the form of the mouse, he dodges and then just swoops back into his own form.
Yeah, because you're still kind of like technically your speed is 0 and you're prone on the ground, but kind of like rolling to the side. Yeah. Orgoth.
Still holding the spear up, Orgoth thinks about every moment he went through as a child, having to fight for every inch of respect or acceptance, the hours he had to put in because he always felt he had to be twice as good as anyone else to be seen as even close to an equal, and continues to push the spear, but is calling upon those inner reserves of resiliency and his constitution.
Okay.
As he continues to stare Grumpsh directly in his single blood red horrific. And I rolled a 19.
Excellent. Okay, that is a save. Second save for you. You take half of 17, so 8 points of psychic damage as you kind of see around you, like you familiar faces of friends you had growing up, your mother, like images of friendly people. You actually see images of Question and some of the rivals. Orgoth, anything else?
No. I mean, he's just continuing to fight back against the spear.
Okay. North, top of the round. You can't use any of those saving throws that you've used so far.
Yeah, I am aware. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I think oh my god,
the spear.
I'm downgrading very fast.
Yeah, you feel a
if
cut.
If it's coming at me, then
Yeah, you feel a cut on your cheek and blood starting to drip down. The energy just sort of like...
You know, there's a thing when you're a dancer sometimes. And it's that no matter how you try to perform, no matter how you're tired, no matter how you're just your body doesn't want to take anymore, if you have to still do what you're doing, if you have to still keep the facade, you have to fucking power through it. I'm gonna roll con.
Okay.
And I don't trust any of these dice. Fuck it, let's go. That's an 18.
Is what you needed. That's one success. You take half of 16, 8 points of psychic damage.
Can I also use my second wind?
You can do it to heal yourself.
Get a bit of hit points.
Yes, you can. Alyxian is standing in front of you, holding the spear up, trying to take some of that energy away. You can feel the pressure lightening up a little bit. Laphus.
Okay. She can't really look behind her without seeing the glowy people behind her. I'm gonna
Right.
guess the gods.
Yes.
And so she's going to take them as like sort of like expressing her feelings to them and just saying, you guys are a little bit of a dick just letting this one kid do all of this. But you know, I see the hustle, I see the respect here, using her charisma for it.
Okay.
You gotta respect the hustle.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta respect it.
DC
Getting one dude to do all your work.
The DC is 18.
Nat
no, you're
20, baby!
The pressure is gone. You still take half of 11, 5 points of psychic damage, but suddenly the pressure is released, and you can stand up. You have your movement speeded back again. Alyxian looks back at you. Aid your friends. Do what I could
right.
not. Save them. And you can aid your companions.
All right. With the rest of her movement, she's going to head over. She's gonna head over to North because it looks like North is struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Isn't it the story of my life?
And do the figures follow me at all, or are the figures?
They start
gone
to
now?
fade away, like all these visions around you start to fade. But you do feel the jewel being very, very warm right now.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna head over to North, and the next time North does anything, Lapis is going to be there to aid them.
Okay. Voka.
I'm gonna use my charisma, and my justification for that is that he's convincing himself.
Okay.
Like, he's convincing himself, like, because, like, he's on the ground right now. He has begged for help, he has dodged, and now he's kind of, like, trying to will himself to, like, he's, like, freaked out. But he sees Alyxian in front of him, and it reminds him of someone very important to him.
Okay.
And so he's trying to, like, if he can convince anyone, he's trying to convince himself.
Okay. Make your saving throw.
Oh yeah.
This dice. Shake. Oh, fuck yeah. All I do is win. 17 plus 7 is 24? Is my math right on that?
You did.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm math god.
You take 8 points of psychic damage, and suddenly the
Youch.
pressure is released as the spear starts driving toward Alyxian, and he looks back at you. Save them! Help them!
And he gets up.
Help your friends! Orgoth.
Orgoth, having pushed and feeling like his somehow his strength is starting to fail him because this is such an immense pressure against him, and he still isn't clear in his mind if this is actually Grumsh, if this is a test, if this is what this is. He takes the spear and throws it to the side. And you can see that, and this is a vision he's had several times since they've been on Corel, of the spear tip coming for his eye. And Orgoth just reaches up and he grabs the Favoured Few locket that connects him and North and Laphus and Wilven, and just says, "All right. If I'm yours, I guess you're gonna take me. But if I'm not, it's because my friends are with me. Or at least I'm their friend." And he's gonna make a wisdom roll.
You hear this laughter, deep-throated, guttural laughter. But that's it.
Okay. I'm making a wisdom roll.
Okay.
Whew.
Or lack thereof. That's a 7.
Okay. That is a fail.
Mm-hmm.
You still have 2 successes so far. 11, 13, 19 points of psychic damage. Okay. Top of the round, North.
Fuck my life.
Did you get a
My save-
success last time?
I think, yeah.
Yeah,
got
I just
two
didn't write it
now,
down,
right?
so I just want to make sure. Okay. Here's your second.
I got my intelligence one thanks to Lapus's inspiration, and then I got my con save.
Voka or Lapus can help you. How can they help you?
I mean, I know about Lapus's legendary sass. She's when she's got something, like when she's got some bombs to drop, she drops them without I would say with extreme prejudice. So I'm gonna use my charisma saving throw.
Okay.
And I look up at the shadow. And how can this bitch of a false god that's a fucking illusion thinks it has power over us? You're nothing. You're just a fucking dream.
Lapus or Voka, how do you help her? How do you help him?
From behind North, with Sika right on the other end, both of like our heads are like semi over on their shoulder, and just goes, "You tell him off, bitch."
You're at advantage to the roll.
Look at me roll a 1 and a 2.
You got this.
I don't, but thanks for the vote of confidence. It's not gonna be high enough. That's a 15.
Okay, it's a failure.
Yeah.
That is 19 points of psychic damage.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it was a big roll. Okay. Lapis, what do you do?
Yeah. All right. Is there any way that I can help North redo that roll at all?
Tell me, how can you do that? How can you aid her? How can you inspire them?
So hearing North say that aloud, because I'm gonna guess that they say that aloud.
Oh, absolutely.
She's going to kind of give like a little smile and just goes, "Not only is he like a false god and a shadow, but come on, he got beat down by Corellin. Like the dude's and she looks over at the jewel and's like, no offense, but the dude's like looks pansy compared to like the rest of the gods. And I'm sure like he's pretty fucking powerful, but he doesn't look it. Again, no offense.
I'm on the ground and just twirling my hair, and like there's still Corellan's rose in there.
And just being like, and yet this motherfucker can beat the shit out of this giant asshole. So, it just goes to show how much of a bitch ass Grumsh really was.
I mean, he's such a shit. He doesn't even have a token on the battle map.
Exactly.
Looks straight into the camera.
We go for the office, just...
Okay. When it comes back around, you have advantage on this roll again, North.
Same roll.
What do you mean I would be able to use charisma again?
You can, because of that, you'll be able to use whatever save is allowed. But you can choose.
Is
It
allowed?
resets. Whichever save you wish to. Yeah. And you feel the rose kind of glowing, like warm in your hair.
Well, now or when it comes back around?
When it comes around. Okay, Voka,
There we go.
what would you like to do?
So I'm not rolling against anyone right now, right?
No, you're
like,
not.
I'm
You
not...
can you can aid Orgoth. You can do whatever you'd like. You do look over and you see this shadowy figure. You still see the shadowy figure, 100 feet tall. The spear coming down on Orgoth, trying to pierce his eye. But Alyxian is standing in front of him.
I think what he would do is he would actually get up, and he's still kind of fumbling. He's still kind of shaking because he's now in the mind. He was in the mindset before that he's bitten off more than he can chew, but he's now in it. He like the echoes of Orgoth's words when they were going down, saying, "Are you in?" kind of echoed through his mind, and he like bites his lips so hard, a little trickle of blood just rolls down. And he said he just draws his sword again. He says yes, and he is going to draw a sword and point it upwards towards at it. And he's gonna stand beside Orgoth.
Okay. Orgoth, it's your turn. You'll have advantage on this roll.
Orgoth still holding on to the pendant, the Favoured Few group chat on it, is thinking about everything he's done with the Favoured Few since they met in Jigao up till this moment, and these memories of North evading conflict and combat, getting out of tight situations, whether through dexterous activities or using their Eladrin gifts. It comes through his mind, and he attempts to replicate a very fancy disengage maneuver that North would do, and I'm going to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, you're at advantage to the roll.
Okay. 19
That is a success. It's what you needed.
on my advantage dice.
Okay. Suddenly, Alyxian steps in front of you, reaches up and holds the spear cross to the spear, blocking it up. The point pushes up suddenly. You kind of feel a scratch along your cheek and up across, not putting your eye out, but just kind of breaking the skin on your cheek and your forehead. And suddenly Alyxian looks back, says, "Survive! One last companion to save."
That's me.
Top of the round, North. You can use whatever save you like. Actually,
whatever save.
Sorry, Orgoth. You take half of 11, so 5 points of psychic.
Got it.
Now, these are psychic attacks.
Yes.
But if I were to use dexterity,
Yes.
to try and be quick enough to get out of there. If I used my face step, would that give me any sort of help?
The DC is now 20 because it reset to another round. It's been going up by 1 each time, each new round.
I'm about to throw up.
Yeah. And you think that it will allow you to make the save using dexterity, and with the help of Lapis and the jewel, you can make it an advantage.
Okay, I'm gonna use my face step and hopefully roll a 9 or above. It's 23, baby.
Okay. Suddenly, Alyxian steps forward, blocks the spear. The spear impacts Alyxian instead of you. And he just holds it, drops the spear and holds out, and suddenly there's an explosion. Ooh, all the mud and dust in the room just blows out to the sides. You have felt the betrayer god's fury, as Alyxian did. The towering image suddenly of the one-eyed god is gone, and the chamber stands empty once more. Part of the north wall crumbles away, revealing a jagged, open doorway between this grotto and another one. And suddenly you feel the pressure just gone. The image of the 100-foot god gone. What do you do?
I sit down.
Is there one exit from here, or what's the
One
deal?
exit to the north.
Orgoth walks over, picks up the spear, and is anybody watching him? If anybody watches him,
Yeah.
or your passive
Yeah.
perception's high enough, he picks up the spear, and when he does, there's a flicker from his tattoo where it briefly changes from the Skullcrusher symbol to Alyxian's symbol, like the one that is on his armor, right? And like rippling up when he picks up the spear, it's like this almost mystique type change that goes over him, and for the briefest second, basically it looks like he shifts into Alyxian, then it is back to Orgoth. And he's like, "Come on, we gotta finish this." And he just starts like marching to the north.
No.
And Voka's like still has his sword raised, and he's like slowly lowering it, and
Hold on.
and I think the only one to see is would be North, but like Voka unforms for a second, like he becomes mush for a second before like bringing it back together, like he starts melting.
I just like a little sit down for a moment. I'm gonna put my head in between my knees and I'm just going to breathe, okay?
Okay, yeah.
I just like a short rest. This is
Yeah,
what
I
I
like
want,
short
what I
rests.
really, really want.
All right, take a short rest then.
You're just going to rest
Yeah.
right here, just going to stop. There's
I am
nothing else in this
sitting
room.
there.
Yeah.
I am sitting there.
Okay.
I am not moving.
You know, when like you play dead float in the water, except there's no real direction here, it's just that.
The water seems to be very still and quiet. Like in the other rooms, you have like, you can feel the water rushing past you as it moves from chamber to chamber. But in here, there's just nothing. Maybe a slight current pulling you north.
Oh, it's pulling me?
No, pulling you north in a northerly direction.
I'm sorry, it's so easy to do.
I know.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna roll all of these because I'm bloodied, y'all. That's good. It's max there.
Lapis is gonna take out the jewel, and is it still super warm in
It's
her
still
hands?
very super warm. Yeah.
She's gonna like lean it up close to her mouth and just goes, "You guys want to say anything while we were in here? Inspirational speech of some sort?"
Silent.
To the jewel.
And then she's gonna get even closer and just goes, "Carlin, I'm so like, I just want to let you know I have no beef with you. Like, I know that I don't worship you or anything like that, but you beat the shit out of Grumsh, and that's pretty respectable."
Okay, you rest for an
I
hour.
think for a moment there during their short rest, actually, I don't know if anyone's looking in that direction. I think Orgoth was very ready to push ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he spends the hour pacing.
Okay.
Uh,
I mean, he takes a short rest. He's not doing anything else, but he's got that like animal ready to go hunt. It's prey.
and it would be very fun. It was a bit like timed with Voka, like a bit at the same time, like just looking at each other for a second, but the mask of many faces slips a little bit.
Like they're sitting looking at each other and they're like phasing in and out of their own existence.
Yep, just like the mask of many faces slips a little bit, and there is just a little corner of frost on their cheek and of blue skin, and it just reforms.
This is a weird bonding moment.
The hour is up. If you wish to roll any hit die to heal, you may.
Oh yeah, I did.
I rolled with my hit dice.
Oh, look at me being a warlock and getting my spells back.
Where would you like to go?
Oh, no, it's
rolled
Ron
only
dead.
2, and I'm like 5 away from my full hit points.
I rolled so
I'm
many.
doing all right.
I rolled so many, but I got myself back to full.
Rolled all my barbarian dice. I'm close-ish to full. Good enough. He doesn't care.
So you start heading to the north?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You walk into this small room. It's about maybe 30 by 30 round. There are no other exits, but you do see an oval portal with glowing edge appearing in the middle of the room, floating between the hands of a giant statue depicting Alyxian in armor. Suspended vertically in the water, the portal is 10 foot tall and 5 feet wide. Through it, you can see the giant statues that occupy the first chamber of the Netherdeep that you entered. You hear Alyxian's voice with a relief. "You have endured," he whispers. "Take this opportunity to recover and prepare for what yet lies in wait."
So is that a fast travel point?
It is a fast travel point.
Nice.
It takes you back to the entrance.
So,
But then
do we get teleported right now?
No,
or
it's a portal you have to like move through. You actually
are we just
feel
like sitting around?
you feel water. You hear like you can feel water going through the portal. You have to swim through the portal to get to the first room.
So, and is there any like other?
Just the statue of
Exits?
Alyxian. Yeah.
No, but there's no other exits in the room.
There's no other exits in the room.
Okay, so it's basically a safe point.
Did you guys want to go back to Ank'Harel for a little bit?
What is there to do in Ank'Harel? I think we want to get rid of this thing as fast as possible.
Shall we rest here for a little bit longer? Shall we go elsewhere?
I think I'm good. There was a little path that curved to the left in the other room, but it didn't seem like there was any entrance. in the big room. So maybe it goes under. I don't know where it goes.
Look, this is the way to go. This is it. This is it right here. Right. Either
Is
we're gonna go
it?
or we're
That
gonna wait and
looks
go.
like an exit point.
You can see the headless statues that were in the first chamber.
Think it's
Like-
just a time save.
In
Yeah,
case you
it's
decide
just
to go back.
Yeah. Like it's just a little teleport circle to bring us back at the entrance of the dungeon. You know, like it's like an escape rope. It's like a fast travel point. It's like a teleportation circle. It's like a other thing that I can compare this to.
So we just fought Grumsh to get through to a door that takes us back to the beginning? That doesn't
Technically,
make
we
any
didn't-
sense.
Technically, we didn't fight Grumsh.
No, we just kind of survived what Alyxian did. But this is just in case we get so fucked up, we have no potions, we need to go back and recollect ourselves. It's an easy way to get back to the very beginning. Or if we're done and we have to travel our way back through this whole thing, this will make it faster for us.
Maybe there's other rooms just like this one, where we must face a trial of Alyxian. Maybe this isn't the only one.
Well, that was the big trial. That was his big thing. That was him saving the city.
Well, doesn't look like it's over.
And Orgoth, and there's a statue of Alyxian there, right? Ron?
Yes, yes.
Orgoth like looks up at the statue and he's like, "What in the hells is it that you want from us?"
You said
Like
save
at
him.
the statue.
You hear a voice. All of you hear this voice. I need you to understand. I need you to save me. But understand what I've gone through. The despair and the misery.
Oh, you suck, man. You're
Voka's
trauma
eye,
dumping.
Voka's eye twitches, and he smiles and says, "Well, then where are you? We would love to help, but pray tell, where are you?"
And then suddenly, you hear this creak of stone on stone coming from behind the statue.
Everybody's just like, man, where is this guy? And Laphus is probably looking over at North like, man, these two just don't get it.
I don't. That's
The-
point.
You see this door kind of slide to the side, and it opens up into an immense cavern. Do
An
you look
immense no.
Do you look inside? Darkness beyond.
Is
I
it the
look
cavern
inside.
of sorrow? It is the cavern of trauma dumping.
Yeah, I'm gonna peek my head out.
This immense cavern contains a spherical black mass resembling a giant organ
Uh-oh.
or cyst. Am I frozen?
Oh,
Oh, assist. Nice.
Resembling a
Mm.
giant organ or cyst that nearly fills the space. Measuring over 100 feet in diameter, it has veins of rudium crisscrossing its surface, which is covered with spiky protuberances that retract and elongate as the sphere pulsates.
Is there anything in there? Any shadow? Any?
It's just completely opaque, dark, and you hear a voice. Find me.
Okay, so we just need a giant to go pop this ginormous pimple.
And that's where we're going to stop for the day.
but we got extra 15 minutes.
My internet is still being
Yeah, your
crappy.
internet-
Yeah,
There's
so-
it's being terrible.
Yeah. Actually, it's green now. Like, I've got a little on OBS. It's fully green now, but it's still 54% frames dropped. So let's just call it here, and I'll go through and take the video and piece it together and upload that. Sorry for all the technical difficulties. Oh,
And I had to start my whole fucking thing over, but it was you. You!
it was me.
It was you, Ron.
It was
I
me the
learned by
whole
watching you.
time. It was me the whole
I
time.
trusted you, Ron. I trusted you.
I'll send you a picture of what this chamber looks like from the map. But is there anything we need to talk about before we do a wrap up?
No.
We didn't fight Grumsh. We fought a shadow of
Other
Grumsh.
than Orgoth's creeping trauma. No.
Well, let's go around to a wrap up.
Hey everybody, this is Bill Roper. You can find me on the socials at Bill freaking Roper. Hey, if you've been here with us today on Twitch, struggling through our internet-related pains, thank you oh so much. We love you for being here. And normally it's so much smoother, and so that's why you should come and watch us playing live here on Twitch. Tell your friends if you love what we're doing and you love D&D actual plays, please come and follow us and be a part of the community on Twitch. If you don't, you think that stuff's really stupid, tell your enemies to come and watch us. Haha, get them. But we'd love to have a lot more people here with us on our weekly sojourn into the depths beneath Ank'Harel.
Ank'Harel's a scary, scary place. Also, everybody has to be honest. Kids are gross. Like they get to places that they shouldn't. It's snot because they can't fully clean themselves yet, and just the kids are gross. You can't deny it. Like until you teach them to not be gross, they're gonna be gross.
Yep.
I'm Jaiden playing Laphus. She thinks kids are gross too.
The anti-kid agenda today, damn.
We had too many of them. She had to be one for a little bit. She didn't like it. But yeah, hang out with us over in the Discord. Talk to me about random things. Been getting for whatever reason, I've been getting super into like North Sea like videos of like, you know, ships and stuff going through the North Sea and all of the fiasco that comes with that bullshit. And it's scary and interesting. I want to do it. Like I would be scared to all hell and back, but I kind of want to do it. I don't know. It looks cool.
Hey everyone, this is Jaime. I've been playing North Eladrin Roguelock. You can find me on the Twitter, Blue Sky, Tumblr at Steve Gladviker. Thank you very much. I don't know where that's coming from. You know what?
French
like
Canada, that's where that's coming from.
Yeah, but that was very French and not very Canada. You know, like there's a difference in there. But yeah, you know, if you like what you hear, if you like what you see when it's not completely freezing, you can head over to our Patreon. We got 3 tiers. We got early access to podcast episodes. We have fun little exclusive one-shots and short stories. We got access to Fang's Journal. Also, like, honestly, if you go on Patreon and if you toss your dollar in the dish, well, we might get Ron some better internet. Who knows?
It's normally really good.
Tell that to our listeners today, Ron. As always, thank you for watching.
And my name is Ron Murphy. You can find me on Twitter, Blue Sky, Ron88Keys, RBDM. I will work on the video, piecing the video together, and I'll re-upload that to Twitch, and we'll have it on YouTube next week. Please follow us on Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok at Severed Studios.
Ron, do I need nothing?
Yeah, Mira, Mira, how are you doing?
Damn it, I'm sorry.
Am I so forgettable? Hi, I'm Mira. I play Voka. Ron doesn't care about me. And everyone in this call understands how hard it is to hold back your precious D&D character's backstory, because God knows I want to scream it to the heavens. That's all I go. Your turn.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to make sure I remember to like tell people that I'm gonna work on the video. Anyway, You can find us at the Silver Suns Rhyme of the Frostbane podcast at any podcasting platform. Shows with all your friends. Thank you to Wizards of the Coast, Gang Critical Role, all listeners and our fans. Keep on rolling. We are out of here. I'm freezing. Bye, y'all.
Icewind Dale's coming back to haunt us.
Ugh.